actually going to get rid of one of my rentals that is not performing anymore. And I bought that thing in 2011 and it's way more than doubled in value. So
well, and that's 100%. Talking to investors, they're like, look, our rental run rate has been at this percentage and we're making this kind of money. But really, in today's market, I can 10x that one time and take that cash and go do something else with it and then re-enter the game again when there's some settling around the price points that they're wanting to buy investment properties.
I've gotten out of DFW. Like, I don't see a chance because here's what's going to happen. First of all, there's too many buyers. Okay, there's too many offers on houses, right? And they're too overvalued. That's not an investor game, right?
Yeah.
And so
you're having to go out to Commerce,
Whitesboro.
Yeah, exactly.
I am under contract to buy a duplex in Whitesboro. I called my dad and I said, in a million years, would you have thought it? I mean, I'm almost to Oklahoma, and that's not a big deal anymore.
Money knows no geographical area. I mean, it's just like, let's go find it.
Well, since we're on an investor train right now, I saw that Freddie and Fannie announced they're only going to have 7% of their volume for investors in second home properties. Right. So what issues do you think are going to come up because of this? And do you have any solutions?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big uproar on when they started putting those announcements together and then starting to look at what kind of fee that they were going to charge for investment properties and how that was going to impact interest rates. And it's not going to slow it down. The appetite's still there and they're still going to acquire those from companies like, Bob Mortgage or companies like, other companies that are out there, they're going to acquire those mortgages. It's just more about establishing a baseline fee that we could build into a price.
Okay.
And that would basically risk level that to make it better for them to acquire those loans. We have to pass on fees to the consumer in form of interest rates, meaning the price to get a particular rate goes up, and that's just what the consumer now is paying versus if it's a primary residence. So let's just say before your rate was 3% on an investment property, today it would be 3.49. Right.
Well, as an investor, I'm already used to paying a higher interest rate.
You are, yeah. I mean, it's just going to be about a half a point.
I about fell over at 3.75.
Right. And it all depends on down payments, right? So, as an investor, you can put down 15%, 20%, 25%. The more you put down, the lower the interest rate goes.
What's the minimum?
15%.
It is? Mm-hmm. I've always been told 20.
Yeah, we have some 15% products that are out there. Now, granted, let's say your 20% product is 3.75, your 25% product, let's say it's 3.49, your 15% product could be, 4.5, right? So, I mean, there's going to be a disparity in the rates, but cash is king to a lot of people, and they're passing on that delta in payment to the renter anyway. So they're looking at it saying, well, I'd rather keep an extra $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, whatever that number is, because I can bury that into the payment for the person renting the house. And so they just look at that as better alternative for them.
There's a couple of strategies I can see on that one. I mean, for me, a 25% down makes more sense just because over the life of the loan, you're going to be paying so much more, right? Of course, the idea here is that you rent it for more than you are making the payments for. Right. Some of my experience has been, not in this market, but in a normalized or more stabilized market, is that the appreciation and the rent that you can actually charge in the market doesn't necessarily keep up with all those overages, those shortages you get in your mortgage payment every year. So you start to eat away, just erode your cash flow. And
the cash flow can tend to erode, but what you're looking at then is the overall net worth that you've picked up, even if you're breaking even. Like, let's just say you broke even over the course of the year between rents received and expenses paid out. You're getting the benefit of that net worth. You're getting the benefit of the appreciation, and you're getting the benefit of the principal reduction. So that net worth that was added over that year, it will be realized profit to you at some point. So 30 years down the road, whenever that house is completely paid off on, even if you broke even, all the way through that year, you may have an extra $250,000, $300,000, whatever that home's worth, that you're going to realize at some point when you sell it.
I have a higher expectation than that, though.
Well, I'm just saying, right? I'm talking about buying my properties in Commerce or wherever. I mean, Whitesboro, I don't know.